So I've recently moved from Forex to futures. Now that's a big deal because I've been a Forex trader for nearly 6 years now. So in today's video, I'm going to give you all of the differences between Forex versus futures, along with some of the pros and cons. Not only that, but I've also became funded with Topstep, which is the biggest futures funded program. So I'm going to give you exactly how to get funded, how to get a payout, and everything that you need to know in order to pass your trading combine. So what exactly is the difference between Forex and futures? And there's a lot of misconception and a lot of misinformation on the internet, so a lot of people don't actually understand the difference. So first of all, Forex is a decentralized market. Now because of this, you usually get a lot of different broker feeds on the same instrument. So as an example, on Euro USD, if you go onto TradingView, you'll have a bunch of different broker feeds and they will all have slightly different prices. This is because the market is decentralized and there is no centralized exchange. However, with futures, it is all centralized. So it is all a singular data feed. That means exactly what I'm seeing is exactly what you're seeing. With Forex, you're predominantly trading things like currencies. So Euro USD, GBP USD. Whereas with futures, you're usually trading commodities, indices, metals, and currency futures. Forex, 9 times out of 10, you're going to have to place your entry a little bit lower or higher depending on the spread that you've got on your current instrument and broker. With futures, there is no spread. You get entered at your fill price and that's it. There's no spread, and that's a very big difference. And the last big reason as to why I moved over from Forex to futures is that with Forex, it is a little bit less regulated than futures. This gives a lot of room for unregulated brokers to enter the space with their offshore brokerage accounts, and they can essentially manipulate the prices of your trading instrument. So if you're trading on Euro USD, your broker can essentially choose to change the price and liquidate your position, whereas with futures, everything is regulated with clear guidelines and oversight by futures exchanges and regulatory bodies. Now let's talk about the pros and cons between the Forex and the futures market. So first of all, with Forex, it is very easily accessible by anybody. Everyone can go and open a brokerage account with any broker and get straight into the markets. Now it's a little bit more difficult with futures because generally speaking, you need a higher account size. And this is due to you being limited by your contract sizing. Liquidity is generally the same on both Forex and futures, along with the volatility because you're trading major currencies and major indices. Last but not least, we've got risk management. So with Forex, you can generally open an account with less capital. So you can use much smaller lot sizes and still be profitable. Whereas with futures, you generally require larger contract sizing, which means you generally have to have more capital, which means it's a slightly higher barrier to entry. Having said all of that, let's talk about Topstep. Since I've transitioned from Forex to futures, I passed my very first 100k Topstep combine on October the 24th, which was just a few weeks ago. And I passed that all within 6 days. And as we can see, this is my profit and loss, where I made $6,000, which is what you need to pass in 6 consecutive days. Now we're going to go over the rules of the combine and also the payout in just a few minutes. But not only have I passed one 100k Topstep combine, but on the 31st of October, I also passed my second 100k Topstep combine. That means I'm collectively funded with 200k. So why did I decide to go with Topstep? Well, first of all, they only have one rule. Now this is so much different compared to Forex prop firms where you have all of these convoluted rules that you have to follow, and it just makes your life so much more difficult. So with Topstep, you have just one rule, and that is don't hit your maximum loss limit. So you have 3 different combines that you can actually purchase. You have a 50k, 100k, and 150k. Now, as you can see, the 50k is $49 per month, 100k is $99, and 150k is $149. Now, this is billed to you monthly until you pass your combine. So now let's go over exactly how you're going to get funded with Topstep. Now we're going to use a 100k combine as the example for this video. So for the 100k combine, you're going to be billed $99 every single month until you pass the combine. Your profit target is 6%, which means you need to make $6,000 in order to pass. Now there is only one rule, and that rule is not to breach your max loss limit. Now that is $3,000. This $3,000 is not a trailing drawdown. It is counted at the end of day. This means if you started the morning off and you made $1,000, but then you took another trade for some reason and you lost $3,000. This doesn't mean that you've blown the account, because at the end of the day, it's going to see that you went up $1,000 and then you lost $3,000. That means you're now minus $2,000. So even though you lost $3,000 in one trade, your balance is calculated at the end of the day and then your end of day balance will show it as minus $2,000. This means you're still going to be able to trade the account. So once you've made $6,000 and you've passed the account, you then have to pay a one-off activation fee. Now this activation fee is going to cost you $149, and this is the same whether you've got a 50k account, 100k or 150k. Once you pass, you pay an activation fee of $149, and that's it. You're in your live funded account. Now, there is one thing to note. You can only have a max 10 contracts open at any given time. So your max contract limit is 10. After that, you won't be able to open any more positions. And last but not least, you cannot make more than 50% of your total profit target in one day. So that means you cannot make more than $3,000 in one day in order to pass your funded account combine. Now, this is actually a really good rule, and I do like it because it stops you from over leveraging, going on tilt, and going full margin on the account. Because the last thing you want to do is start practicing bad behavior in your challenge phase, because then you're going to carry that forward into your funded stage. So with this, the fastest you can pass your challenge is 2 days. So what I recommend is that you don't make more than 25% of your total profit target in one day, so that you can adhere to good risk management. So if you make $1,500 per day, then you'll pass in 4 days, you'll get funded, and you practice good risk management. So congratulations, you've now passed your 100k Topstep combine, and now you're a funded trader. Now, how do you get a payout? Now, the first thing that I love the most is that with your profit split, you keep 100% up to 10k in profit all for yourself. So there's no profit split. You can withdraw up to 10 grand and you keep 100% of it. After that, it moves to a 90-10 split where Topstep take 10%, you keep 90%. And that's amazing because your first 10k is all yours. Next, you have to accumulate at least 5 $200 green days to be eligible for a withdrawal. Now, again, that teaches you to practice good risk management. So you need to accumulate a minimum of 5 days where you are green in the money by $200, and you can then request your payout. Now, a lot of people get confused with this, so let's break it down. You don't need 5 consecutive green days. You just need to accumulate 5 green days. So that means, let's say that you've traded for now 10 days. And within those 10 days, you've won on day 1, you've won on day 2, you've lost on day 3, and you've lost on day 4. You've won on day 5, you've won on day 6, but you've lost. And then you win on the last day. Because you've now collectively got 5 green days in total, you are eligible for a withdrawal. They don't need to be consecutive. You just need to accumulate 5 winning days. And as soon as you request your payout, so long as you've done it before the end of day, generally payouts are processed on the same day. And you can also withdraw up to 50% of your balance. So let's say you're up $2,000 on the account, you can withdraw up to $1,000. Once you do withdraw though, your drawdown is set to 0. So now, again, a piece of recommendation is that build your account up so that you have a nice buffer. So for example, let's say you make $5,000. Withdraw $2,000 and leave $3,000 in the account, because if you withdraw the entire 5, then what's going to happen is your balance is going to be at 0. That means if you get into one position and go into drawdown, you're going to lose your funded account. So you want to keep a buffer in your account so that you are safe yourself. So make $6,000, withdraw 2, keep 4 in the account. Keep that buffer so you have space for drawdown, you have space for a losing streak, so that you don't end up blowing your account and going off tilt. Last but not least, after you accumulate 30 winning days of a minimum of $200 in the green, you can request up to 100% of your balance anytime. Remember, as soon as you do a withdrawal, your drawdown limit gets set to 0. Now, once it's at 0, if you then withdraw all of your money, your trading combine is now going to be closed because there's nothing left for drawdown. So that pretty much sums up exactly why I've moved over from Forex to futures, and also why I like Topstep as a platform. So if you did enjoy this video, then please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. And if there's any more information that you want me to make a video on, then let me know down in the comment section below. But on that note, I hope everyone has a great trading week, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.